Back to another video here on the channel. Today we finally have a little bit of sunshine today. It's almost 50 degrees. So we're excited we got the Corvette out today. Today I'm going to do for a video, we're going to do 5 things that I hate about my Z06 Corvette. Now there's certainly a lot of things to love about the Corvette, but there are a few things that I really don't like. And the number one I'm going to say is the interior I don't have a problem with. A lot of people complain about the interior, but you know what I don't like is that I don't have room to put little things. I've got a lot of room in the back. I've taken road trips with this. My son and I, we've packed luggage in there. Not a problem, there's plenty of room. But if you want to put something little, like maybe your cell phone, there's really hardly any places to put it. You've got a little compartment over here that's gonna rattle around, and you've got your center console. Now there's a little bit of room in the center console there, but it gets really warm in there. So on a 80 or 90 degree day, and you're doing a little bit of spirited driving, if you put your cell phone in there, it's going to get hot enough that it's going to shut off. So there really isn't any place to put little things like that, and that I don't like. The rest of the interior, I know a lot of people complain about the interior, they complain about the seats. The interior really is not that bad, and the seats are relatively comfortable. So the next thing that I don't like is the brake dust. Oh my gosh, the brake dust. Now this yellow car does not show dirt very well at all. It always looks good until you start to clean it, and then you notice how bad it really was. Now I just cleaned up this car, we waxed everything, and then we went for about a 110-mile ride this morning. And you can see already that I've got a lot of brake dust on here. If I wipe that, there's a lot of brake dust. Over here, there's all kinds of brake dust. From a distance, you don't see it, but you get up close, that's just brake dust everywhere. And I really dislike that. But what I do like is that those brakes really frickin' bite. They got good brakes. The other thing that I don't like is, if you're familiar with the Z06s, you know that there is no sound barrier in this car. Typically in the doors and things, you've got sound barrier to keep the road noise out. To keep weight down, they didn't put any of that on the Z06s. So every little thing that you run over, any little gravel you hit, you hear that really bad. In addition to having a wide body, so your tires stick out a little bit farther for both front and back, any little sand, gravel, anything in the road, you hear that, and you can just hear that like sandpaper hitting your paint, and I dislike that as well. And the fourth thing is the mirrors. These mirrors, I wish were over here, because when I'm sitting in my car, I'd like to just look here and there would be a mirror, but the mirror isn't there. The mirror is over here. I feel like I've got to look a lot farther in both directions. I've got to turn my head farther to see the mirror, and I think it would look better if the mirror was up over here. Now the reason they put the mirror back is to eliminate a larger blind spot there, because this car is made for on a racetrack. Gives you a little bit of room in here that you can see. So that's why they did it. I understand why they did it, but I don't really track this car a lot. So I wish that the mirrors were farther up over here, because it'd be a lot more convenient to just look a little bit, see it more in your peripheral vision than really have you turn your head. And the fifth and final thing, if you find 5 things that you absolutely hate about your Z06, then you're just not a car guy. That's all there is to it. But an honorary mention that I will say is the hardtop. I wish that I could have gotten a removable hardtop. I knew when I bought the Z06 that wasn't an option. If I wanted that, I had to step down to the Grand Sport. And I thought about it, and I decided, am I going to take off the top more, or am I going to use that LS7 more? So I really wanted the 427. It was one of the deciding factors that I went with to get the Z06 rather than the Grand Sport. But I do sometimes wish that I had a removable top, but that isn't really something that I can put on this list, because I knew going into it that I wasn't going to have a removable top. So those are the 5, or actually 4, things that I dislike about my Z06 Corvette. If you have any that you'd like to add, feel free to put them in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next video. If you're watching this channel for the first time and you have not already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.